Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. This is an unexpected live. Had it in my heart to come live. Hello to everyone. I hope you guys are having a blessed and prosperous Monday. Um, yeah, I was on Remix's panel not too long ago, about a half an hour ago, and first he remembered my avatar because he was on my panel not too long ago. And then, he was in the middle of he was in the middle of his conversation, and he brought me up. He didn't say welcome, welcome Verla. Thank you for gracing my panel. You know, I had to think about that. And I watched the playback, and I watched how he talked to me. Um, he did all the talking. He didn't allow me to open my mouth and say anything. He did all the talking. I know it was his panel, but Breaking came up on his panel. She talked. She allowed He allowed her to talk. When um Stargate came up on his panel, she allowed her to speak. When Kip came up on his panel, he allowed him to speak. P came up on his panel, he allowed him to speak. But me, you know, I couldn't, I said a few words. I said some, but he did mostly all of the talking. He didn't allow his guest to do any talking. And I wasn't going to run his panel and be like Carrie Ann or someone that takes over and over talks and interrupts. I would have let him speak. It takes two to conversate. So, yeah, yeah, I think he responds more, or allows attractive women, beautiful women like Breakin and Stargate and Petty Ray and whoever else he welcomes on his panel. He gives them that attention. When you're ugly, average, or unattractive, you know you don't get that same type of attention. I may do a separate show about. I think I did a show on that before, but it was on an old channel that I don't have anymore. But I will bring it up again. Um, it was called "Beauty is in the Eye of the Beholder" because I got called average by two content creators on here. So I may want to bring that up as a separate live. Thank you for all who stopped through. Thank you for all who stopped through. Um, yeah, I was talking about, Remix and how he still treats me, or how he treats, someone that's not really attractive. So, he was discussing, a lot of the content creators, and I was bringing up people that haven't been around. And, what I'm saying, um, we had the conversation of, since, Drama, we haven't heard from him in a while. What I'm saying, you know, I thought about, a show idea for Remix. What I'm saying, he had, Drama had the back porch, and no, Drama had the front porch, and I mentioned, Remix's show being the back porch, either back porch or back porch 2.0. I came up with that idea, but he was all, oh, that's a good idea and all this, and anti-afro in the chat said it was a good idea, and I told her thank you, but I didn't hear a thank you come out of his mouth. I didn't hear no thank you come out of his mouth. Thank you Verla for the great show idea. I will consider it. You know. Um. So that's two thank yous that I didn't receive. So um I posted in my community wall the same conversation that I'm giving you guys now. You know, hey, if he uses it, that's fine. And he can find somebody else to do the thumbnail. I'm done. I'm done with it. And he can work on this on his own. I was going to throw some show ideas and topics just like I did with Toy Lady. You know what I'm saying? Um, and I saw the final views for his live an hour ago. You know what I'm saying? It was, he had a little over 100 views. So, you know, but yeah, I'm done. I'm done helping. I'm done. You know what I'm saying? Somebody else used my video for their live. I don't know if they got a whole bunch of views. I doubt it because they don't know me. They know him, but they don't know me. I'm just getting tired of being used. I really am. I'm not going to grace nobody's panel. That's why I don't even go to people's panels, just for this simple fact. So, Remix, if you're listening, you are on your own, sweetheart. I really thought you've changed, and you're still your same using ass. You know what I'm saying? Nobody graced your panel today, and I came up on your panel showing you love and support. So you don't have to bother sending me an email. You don't have to bother sending me any email. I can go on Google Image and find an image of a back porch. That's the most simplest way, and you can do the same for your channel. So yeah, yeah, I'm so tired of being used. I've been used for years, and it all started with um boyfriends. It all started with dudes that I dated. It started with I want to say my children's father. No, I want to go back before I met my children's father. I was dating one dude that was he was from the Chi. He was from Chicago. Dude was broke. It seems like that's all I mess with. Broke niggas. Niggas that can't do nothing for me. Niggas that ain't got their own place, still living with mom, still living with friends. But I blame my father for not being in my life. That's another thing too. He was a piece of shit too. He was abusive to my mother. So maybe I inherited, her choice in men, my mom, because I haven't picked right either. But yeah, he was asshole number one. I had to go see him via Metra. He didn't have the money to come and see me in the suburbs. I had to go out and see him. Um, that's red flag number one. When you have physically, when you can't physically go and see the person that you're dating. I mean, he came out to see me via. You know what? I forgot. He came out to see me via Metra in Joliet. I forgot about that. But yeah, he was a straight up user, just a loser. Period. He was on SSI. We used his check to get ourselves an apartment in Chicago, up north. It wasn't we weren't together long, and then after him, was my children's father, and I told y'all about him. Whoever's been with me from the beginning, yeah, he was a user too. You know, when his son was about to be born, he didn't buy anything for his son. He used my money to buy a bottle and a bib. So he was another user. Yeah, throughout my life I've been used, and I'm not trying to be used no more. I mean, I live in government housing. I mean, they use us to acquire rent money, and you know what I'm saying, I've been complaining about the kids throwing trash in my yard, and they're not doing a damn thing about it. So I mean, I feel like I'm being used, straight up. So I need to hurry up and quickly do something about this, because um I've had it. I've had it. I had it. I had it. I had it. I'm tired of being used. The title is Treat Others How You Want to Be Treated. You don't talk to them like shit. You don't put them down. You don't call them an idiot, or or assume that they're an idiot. You know, I was there to help you out. I was there. I gave you a, you know, I gave you a show title, not a show title, but a show theme. Couldn't even thank me for gracing your panel. You shouted out your mods. What are your mods doing for you? Are your mods helping you with a show theme, a show idea, something that will help your channel, help you bring more subscribers to your page? Has any of your mods did that for you? And I really don't want to cry, but you know, what have any of your mods done for you? So Remix, if you're listening still, if you're not listening, because you're not going to tune into my channel like I tuned into yours today. I didn't know that you were going live. I just so happened came, you know, to your channel, and you were live today. You know, you're on your own with everything. You're on your own with the show, the Friday show, if you have one, because it's not going to be my idea. It's going to be yours. I helped you with the show theme. You know, your thumbprint, your thumbnail, whatever. You know, you can help with that. You can you said you're going to do some type of artwork, so I guess you are preparing your own artwork for the show theme. That's fine. Yeah, I don't deserve this. I really don't. I don't deserve how I'm getting treated with by you, Remix, or by anybody else. I've been nice to pretty much almost everybody in the sector. People have unsubscribed from me. That's fine. Because I want loyal supporters. I want faithful supporters, people who have been rocking with me since day one. I don't want people that come in and out of my chat. If you're not going to be loyal, if you're not going to be faithful, there's the door. You don't have to tune in. You don't have to tune in. And Remix, that's another thing I won't be doing. I won't be tuning in. I unsubscribed from your channel. I unsubscribed. And I don't consider myself 1.0 or 2.0. I don't know what that means. I don't consider myself neither one. I'm just here. And I said I wasn't going to talk about the sector, and I still am. Yeah, this YouTube is an addiction. And I would be in training class, but they let me go from training, accusing me of shit that I wasn't doing. And I still haven't heard back from HR, but I'm going to call them back again once I get off of here, because I have to return their equipment. But I'm not worried about not finding another job. I always find jobs. I always find a job. I got an offer last night, but I haven't heard back from that company. So I'm going to reach out to them. I'm going to reach out to them today as well. It pays more than bitch ass that company paid where I left. Paid 18 an hour. So I am going to look into that, reach out to them again and see what's up. Yeah, everything happens for a reason. I don't look at I don't look at, them letting me go as a failure. I look at it as, something, if, I need to look back and think about what happened those last 2 weeks. What happened in training class, that's just, a lesson to be learned. Whatever I did in training class, they gave me a verbal warning. They told me that I was talking out of turn, but the whole entire class was talking out of turn. Not only me. I wasn't interrupting the trainer. I wasn't the only one interrupting the trainer. I forgot to raise my hand. But the whole entire class was interrupting the trainer. The trainers, because there's two. So when she pulled me to the side, and I had to click the link to talk to her, to talk to the team lead. She was like, I just got back from a meeting and discussing you, and we decided that this will be your last day. I was like, I hung up the phone. I hung up the call. I didn't want to hear it. I didn't want to hear it anymore. So fuck that job, fuck that company. I'm moving forward. I can't let that news stop me. That's going to give me motivation. That's going to give me more motivation. So that's why I'm live today at 1:00 Central. That's why I'm live today. When it would be my lunchtime around this time in training. So yeah, so I would like to focus on providing more and more content or videos, but I need to find another job, preferably work from home, and preferably with more money, because I've been doing this type of work since I was in high school. Started off with telemarketing and sales, appointment setting. Then it went into customer service and tech support. So yeah, um, I'll find something. I'm not worried about it. And they better pay me for all the hours that I worked. I should have close to I should have close to 40 hours. They let me go about quarter to 4 Friday. So I should have about 38, 39 hours on my check, on my last check. So they better pay me or else I'm going to be suing them for unpaid wages. And I will win because I got proof that they hired me. I got proof of my last check stub. So better pay me. Better pay me correctly too. I know how to do math. Yeah, so I should have at least $550. I better have $550 or a little bit more on my check this coming Friday, or actually Thursday, because they paid me a day early. My last check was a day early. So I better have at least $550 or I'm gonna raise some holy hell. Reading Rainbow, who are you? No, you're not blocked because I see you. Stop being stupid. I'm not in the mood for games. Tired of getting played. I'm tired of getting used. No, I didn't block you. If I blocked you, I wouldn't see your message. Stupid ass. I don't know who the hell Reading Rainbow is. Why am I so angry? Because I lost my job. They let me go from training because I didn't raise my fucking hand when everybody was talking out of turn. That was petty. That was petty to let go of somebody like that. And I apologize to the entire class. I apologize to the team lead. That wasn't good enough. So you fuck up once, you're out of there. And that's not fair. Cuz I don't want to hear the bullshit. That's why. I don't know who you are, Reading Rainbow. Where you come from, what sector you're from, doesn't matter, does it? Probably not even sub to me. I'm only talking to subscribers, people who have been loyal, people who've been rocking with me since day one. That's who I'm talking to. Because Remix is not sub to me. That's another thing too. He may be, I don't know. But I'm done. I'm done helping people. People can do what they want. That's in my nature to help. I've been helping for years since I was little. but I won't do it no more. Good luck with your channel. Good luck with your content. Good luck with everything. I'm done. We were having fun over there, laughing, yucking it up. A thank you would have sufficed. Thank you for gracing my panel. Thank you for coming up and passing the time with me. I appreciate you. Yeah, my family don't say thank you either. My mom especially, she don't say thank you. I helped her when she had a bee stung her on her arm, and I quickly looked up on Google to see what would cure it. What could she put on her arm? It said baking soda and water. Make a little paste and put it on her arm. And the baking soda and water did it. She didn't say thank you. I had to remind her to say thank you. I told her that it was my idea. I looked it up on Google and it showed what you can put on a bee sting. Yeah, thank you did not come out of her mouth until I mentioned it. Yeah, she don't like to say thank you either. Thank you is so important. Thank you is thank you is one of those things that should flow out of your mouth. Please and thank you, because no one is obligated to do something for you. Those are the things I was taught. I was raised to say please and to say thank you when someone does something for you or somebody wants to lend a hand. Or like today when I came up on your panel, I did not hear you say thank you. Thank you for gracing my panel. I said thank you to you. Thank you for allowing me to come up and talk to you. That was the first things that I said. But you're on your own, Remix. I'm done. I helped with an agenda. I'm a loser. No, you're a loser. I didn't need that. Now you're banned. You're blocked. Don't come back, DL Sector. Whoever the fuck you are. You're the loser. I'm a winner. When you talk about others, you're talking about yourself. That's probably Remix under another account. That's probably Remix under another account. This is the most childish sector ever. High schoolish ass, elementary school ass sector I've ever been in. You're the loser, DL Sector. You are. Whoever the fuck you are. You're the loser. I'm a winner. And I'm about to end this live because it's nothing but trolls disrespecting me on in my chat. Thank you for all who's tuned in. I'll think about when I go live again. Tune in next month for my Tubi movie review series. You guys have a great day.